Hey everyone, I'm Basant from Nanometre Guide. In this video, I'm going to show you a couple of specs for OPPO Reno 4. The leaked specs, it's not released yet and it's not official from the OPPO itself, but there are a couple of Chinese sites that revealed the specifications of upcoming phone from OPPO. That's OPPO Reno 4. It's a series and successor of OPPO Reno 3. So these are the leaked information. First of all, please subscribe and share my channel and click on the bell icon next to subscribe button so that you'll get notified of my future videos. Now let's get started. Based on the leaked specs, it will have 3 rear end cameras and it will possibly have 2 different models like regular Reno 4 and Reno 4 Pro, and most likely both has 5G enabled. If not both, at least Pro will have 5G enabled, and it will have dual camera on the front side, 32 megapixel, and the screen of the phone is expected to be very thin. So let's see all the features in details. It is expected to be announced next month, June, possibly mid of the June or late June, and released on the July, somewhere in July. The weight and the dimension of expected phones are like a 6.46 ounce and 6.5 by 2.8 by 0.3 inch. That's possibly for the Pro model, and the regular model may be a little bit lesser than that, and it will have Corning Gorilla Glass 6 screen and very thin screen. The back end also involves the same Gorilla Glass 6 and aluminum frame body. The screen size 6.43 or 6.55 for 2 different models. This is all rumored. It's not finalized from the OPPO itself. It may be final, but it's not into the public. It will have dual nano SIM but no microsd card, and it will have 8GB RAM, 128GB of the storage, or 8GB RAM to 56GB of the storage. 2 choices, and it supports UFS, and the GPU is Adreno 620. It comes with Android 10, and the actual OS from the OPPO is ColorOS 7. Just like Samsung has One UI, OPPO has ColorOS, a little bit different flavor of the Android. It will implement Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G, not like the recent brands like Samsung and other that implements 865, which is the higher version, but it still is the latest. And it will have 7nm processor, and it will probably both model has 5G. If not both, at least one Pro model will have 5G, and it probably keep 3.5mm audio, but it's not specified yet. And it will have Wi-Fi 6 support, that is ABG, AX and SE, and Bluetooth 5.1 and Type-C 3.1 USB. It will have lithium polymer 4000 mAh battery, and it supports 65 watt fast charging. Biometric implemented inside the screen using optical fingerprint, and as I said earlier, it has 3 cameras on the rear end: 48 megapixel wide angle, 8 megapixel ultra wide angle, and 2 megapixel depth camera on the regular model. Potentially for the Pro model, it might have 12MP night vision camera and 12MP telephoto lens, and it supports 4K HDR up to 30 or 6 frames per second. It's not specified yet, but it will definitely support up to 30 frames per second. And slow motion, it might most of the phone nowadays supports up to 240, so it will probably support 240 frames per second of the slow motion. It will also have dual LED flash on the back end with HDR and pano for the rear end camera. On the front end, it has 2 cameras again. At least the Pro model will have 32, if not both, and another 2MP for the depth. 32 MP is wide angle camera. Selfie camera also has HDR enabled. Color, the fixed color so far is blue. That's the previous generation also. It comes in some kind of blue. They call it different variety, but it's essentially a blue, and it may have other different colors like purple, red, black, and the color may be different for two different models. Everything is not specified yet. And water resistance, we don't know. Potentially it will have water resistance. Nowadays all the phones has at least IP65 rating, so most likely I assume IP65 or above, 65, 66, 67, 68, anything above IP65. So these are the leaked specs. It may be called Reno 4 5G if it has two different model, or it may be called Reno 4 and Reno 4 Pro if it has 5G on the both models. So let's see a couple of leaked picture also. These are the leaked picture. I grabbed them from gigchina.com, and it shows pretty much default layout, like it doesn't have specific things. It will have Type-C charging and a loudspeaker on the bottom with mic areas, 3 cameras with light, flashlight, and selfie camera on the one of the end of the screen. It won't have pop-up like previous couple of models of the OPPO or OnePlus. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching.